farming simulator, and for the first time in a while, a MaizePlus video, because the long-awaited update to MaizePlus has released. I say long-awaited because this brings with it support to for the premium edition of the game. Before we get to that, let's just run through the changelog. So the first change, grain grist can now be stored in bunker silos. So much like potatoes and sugar beets, the grain grist that you can make with the starter mill or the other modded mill that I recently did a video on can be stored in bunker silos now. So once you've milled it, you can easily store it. So I've got a trailer full of grain grist here. The nice thing is that it's not something that you need to ferment or compact. Once you've put in over 4,000 litres, you need to put in that much for the switcher to work properly. But once that's in, it will, if it says that it's not compacted, just back a trailer up over it. It'll instantly go to 100% compacted. And then you can come in here, you can cover it, it will be covered, you can uncover it, there you go, and yeah. So that's kind of cool. I do like that addition. That is one from the alien pool, who is back. Next one, there have been some changes to the visual sizes of bales when they go into the Giant's bale store. Kind of is what it is. If a map has alfalfa and clover built into it already, then it will work, should work with MaizePlus, assuming that all of the fill types are correct. So it just improves the integration. If they're not built into the map already, it won't appear. Remember, MaizePlus does not add crops to a map. There are not MaizePlus ready maps in FS22, but there are some maps that have alfalfa and clover, and this change should just make them MaizePlus more compatible with those. And now, assuming that they use the right fill type names, then the conditioner and silage additive should work with them as well. There was a fix for production extensions, so not going to dwell on that too much. The recently released Big Pack 1270, that was released on ModHub a little while ago, and that has custom bales, and those have been added to MaizePlus. So you can now use this baler with MaizePlus, and its custom bales will work. The number of height types that MaizePlus uses has been decreased, so that there is a reduction in the conflicts with some of the maps and mods. It's been coming up more and more that people are trying to use MaizePlus and are running out of height types. So some of the ones that aren't so essential have been reduced. Been a fix to do with compost, and also the syncing of the conditioner on multiplayer has been fixed. And now we'll have a chat about the premium DLC. So the first one is, if you tried to use MaizePlus with the premium DLC and horses, there was a bit of an issue because it added a 5th food slider to horses, and that's been fixed. So now if you have horses, you only get 4 sliders. So that conflict has gone away. But the main thing is that you can now use the premium edition fruits, so parsnips and red beets, in the MaizePlus feeding. So what does that mean? They're not included as standard, because if you didn't have the premium edition, that would cause some problems. The automatic adding of the new fruits to the MaizePlus feeding has also been stopped. So if I bring up the animal food overview, you will see that the feeding by default hasn't been changed. Carrots are in there because MaizePlus includes buyable carrots, and you can use the carrots from the premium DLC for that. But what it does mean is you can now edit the animal food additions, and you won't get the error messages and it not working like happened before. So I am quickly going to load up an animal food additions that I've made a very simple edit to. I have a ton of videos on how you do that already, just to show you that it does now work. Okay, so I've I've loaded up a pretty quick edit to the animal food additions, and if I bring back up the animal food overview now, you'll see in the moisture food for the cows, we've got parsnips added in. If I go to the horses for their moisture food, we've got red beet added, and then if I go into the mixtures, and I go to the realistic TMR, in the moisture food, we've got parsnips and red beets. So adding it to the sliders is a very simple job. It is just a case of, like any other fill type, typing the fill type names into the bars in the XML. The two fill type names are beetroot for red beet, because it's beetroot, and parsnip for parsnip. Put it into the feed mixer is a slightly more complicated process, and so I am actually going to try and get out a separate quick video on adding the premium DLC foods to the MaizePlus feeding. That might not be today, so I'm recording this video before the update releases, but I'm not exactly sure when the update is going to release. You know, we kind of don't know. As soon as the video is done, I will release it to get that out for you guys. So yeah, really exciting. We can now use the premium edition fruits with the feeding for the animals in MaizePlus. We've got a bunch of other fixes. We can use the new baler. Yeah, it's really cool. Hope you guys enjoy it. Obviously, if you're enjoying using MaizePlus and you haven't already, go rate it 5 stars. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button. Any comments, questions or suggestions, stick them below, and I will see you next time.